Okay.
What's the worst you ever done to a man?
Oh my God, I've done so much things.
Evil.
Evil. The worst thing, probably, I mean, it depends on how evil we want to take it. I have like levels of
You know
evil.
what? Top three.
Top three?
Yeah.
Okay, so three, the least, would probably be I stole this man's wife's bags, like all of them, her Chanel's, her YSL's, her Dior's, everything. Like I stole everything from her.
Yeah.
Do you think I'll get in trouble for saying that? Do you think he'll?
Wow.
She just casually admitted to a crime
That's
on camera.
what I'm saying. Just actually openly admitting it with a smile on her face, like no remorse, zero fucks given.
But who does that? So wait, she was pissed off at a guy, so she stole his wife's possessions.
I don't even reckon she was pissed off at him. I reckon she would just knew this guy was cheating on his wife and just didn't care.
I mean, look at her. I don't know what it is, right? People that dye their hair bright colors. I don't know. Does the fucking hair dye infect your brains or something and they just rot? What is it? Every girl that I see with brightly colored hair.
That looks like a wig, to be fair.
It does. She looks mad though. Just if I took one look at this guy, I'd be like, that's a red flag.
Yeah, I stole everything, all that shit. Louis Duffels, everything, all
Probably
types
like
of
10 to 20K worth of stuff or more.
more,
Like
way
40,
more.
40, 50.
Like I would say 50, around 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
50K lick.
about around 50. Yeah, yeah, like diamonds too. So actually, no more.
Like she's a criminal.
Yeah.
She's actually a criminal.
She's just admitted to a crime on camera. Like, that is so mad to me. Like, what level of privilege must you have, or delusion that must you have to admit to a crime of up to 20K's worth of items on camera?
Because that's equivalent to the same people that would rob someone on the street, or do you know what I'm saying? Like she's the same, but people are not going to look at it like that.
No, because she's a woman.
Yeah, and she's just done the way she's done it. But
can you imagine if a dude went on camera and said this?
she'll probably
FBI, open up.
She'll probably still get a boyfriend before me though.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself.
No, I'm not. But it's just these. I just
you're
find
a good girl, right? You're not out here doing this dumb shit.
They still manage to get men.
Yeah, but you could get a boyfriend if you wanted to. It's just that you're not willing to settle for the kind of men that she would go for, right? Right?
She'll probably get a nice basketball player or something.
I'll answer the question. You wouldn't settle for the psychos that she would go for. Anyone can most people can get a boyfriend or a girlfriend if you're even halfway attractive. It's just you won't settle. You can't use a psycho like this as the metric because she's going to go for stupid men. The kinds of men that would date this woman probably deserve whatever they get. If I was going on a first date with somebody and she came out just like this, I'd turn the car right around.
I mean, she's already sleeping with a married man as well, so that already shows the type of woman she is as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that she's already identified herself as being garbage. And maybe the guys at the time didn't know she was garbage, but now she's gone on this podcast. She's told everyone that she's living, breathing trash. The guys that decide to date her after that, whatever happens to them, whatever she does, that's their fault. If a guy went on a podcast and he said, no matter how good looking he may be, no matter how tall he is, no matter what his profession is, so I hit your lights all the time. I've given up on this one. I smack it all the time. That's not a euphemism, you fucking perv. If a guy went on a podcast and said, yeah, no, women step out, I give him a good smack. But because he's like super attractive, tall, ripped, in shape, good job, and you went on a date with him and then he smacked you around the face, I'd feel bad for you because of my friend, but I'd also say to you, you walked into that one. You walked into oncoming traffic.
If it isn't the repercussions of your own actions.
Yeah. If someone says they're trash, then we know they're trash. But you're an idiot if you date that trash. You're not an idiot if you're unsuspecting. If you date someone and then suddenly they do something crazy, but hopefully you learn your lesson. But if everyone else hits and then they wife them up, you deserve what you get. I have no sympathy for you. She keys your car, like mashes up your house, does something to a loved one, that's on you. That's your fault. All because you want to eat the nyash or whatever.
Number 2 would probably be I completely vandalized this man's home. Like I broke doors, smashed TVs, destroyed clothes, threw like a brick into his car windows. Cause I'm like, okay, yeah, like I have a car, so I know like, okay, these windows are gonna be a little bit not like crazy expensive, but a little bit expensive. And if I break all four, like, okay, you're gonna have a bill there. Pops tires, so like, you know, Benz tires, they're a little bit expensive. So another bill there. Like, I was just thinking to myself, like, how can I make this person have to spend so much money right now? You know,
Trying to
TVs.
hurt his pockets.
Yeah, like TVs cost like good ones, like $2,000, like for the big ones. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
$2,000 for the TVs. Let's say the car probably will come up to like $4,000.
Mhm.
Doors aren't that expensive, but it's adds on like clothes. Oh, designers, shoes. Okay, you're gonna have to buy all this stuff back. Like, you know.
What happened in this girl's childhood to turn her into some red-headed demon to destroy a man's home like that, throw bricks through his windows, and then sit there calculating, if I break this, it's going to cost him that much. If I break that, it's going to cost him that much. Like, this woman is literally walking trash. She is a red flag.
It's
I mean, the
very
red hair gives it
calculated.
away. It's literally there.
I mean, it's a case of she has no fear. She has no fear of what repercussions could come back on her after smashing up somebody's house like that.
Let me explain something to people that might I don't know who will watch this video, but if you're some crazy girl who feels like they've been hard done by a guy, just remember that, yeah, you can go and smash his stuff up, but if he catches you, you're playing with your life. Okay, now, unless you've got a weapon on you or something that you can defend yourself with, chances are that if this guy is also mad, you've just forfeited your existence, because the police are not going to get there quick enough to protect you.
The police ain't gonna want to protect you because you're in the wrong anyway.
You can't go around breaking people's shit because they upset you, right? Breaking the man's car. And then the balls of this woman. This is a woman that has never had, like you said, never had to face repercussions. She's probably been put on a pedestal by a bunch of idiots, and she thinks she can go on a podcast and just casually admit that she destroyed a man's home and his car.
Yeah, it's the admitting of everything that's throwing me off right now.
This is insane to me. Hopefully this gets passed on to the police so they can identify who she is and who the people are that she did this to. And then she can actually serve some time for it and learn her lesson that you can't break people's shit and do nasty things to them like that to this extent just because you were done wrong by them. This is not the wild, wild west. You don't just get to get away with this stuff because you've got big tits. We cannot let people get away with this bullshit. This is madness. Even before she says anything, she's laughing about something she felt so bad about. And the two things she's named before are already pretty fucking terrible. I don't know what she's about to name as number one. I don't know what she would rack as number one, but I'm pretty sure she's going to do something heinous. How much do you want to bet that is something that if you heard that somebody rolled up on her and dealt with her, you wouldn't even feel bad?
Okay, like it depends on your perspective if you think this is like the worst one, but to me it was really bad because I was like, I felt so bad about it. I called like child services on this one. I called child services on my ex because he pissed me off, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this person, whatever, like, you know, cheater, fucking piece of shit, lies about dumb shit. He had kids. I called child services on his ass, and I like fabricated everything and like said certain things, and they like went to the door, and like there was a whole process. Like, I don't even know if the children's aid worker still visits them, but she probably does, because what I said, like the way I AI'd that shit, you know, like real AI shit, like fake bruises type shit.
I feel so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So you fake bruises, you fake shit, and then you just made like exaggeration story, and then
On their on his kids.
yeah.
Like, so like, yeah, then they came and they were like, oh, like we're seeing stuff that your kids are being abused, you know, you could lose your kids. And I was just like, that sucks.
That's
Yeah, should have been nicer to me, bitch.
yeah.
That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
First of all, she didn't feel any remorse because she was laughing about it. You had a problem with the guy because he cheated on you, so you took it out on his infants. Do you
They're gonna grow
understand?
up fucked up now as well.
Yeah, do you understand what you did? That you are like bottom of the barrel trash. But I need to stress that even though this woman is absolute dumpster fire, grade A garbage, would not even piss on her if I saw her on fire, that the men that date her after this podcast, whatever comes your way, you fully deserve it. and then some. Because I know some jackass is going to date this human trash. And then you're going to wonder why your car's been keyed, your eyebrows have been shaved, or your dog is in the fucking oven. This bitch is crazy.
Because it's like the people who are interviewing her, it's like they're kind of just sitting there just laughing along with her. And they're entertaining it and feeding into it, not being like, "Do you know what, you're a piece of shit. Get off."
Yeah, I don't even know what I would say in that situation. I would ask her, you being like dead serious? I mean, I've heard of women keying guys' cars when they find out they're cheating and all that, and that's all messed up. But the Child Protective Services, that's a new one. I ain't heard that before. That's another level of scumbaggery. This woman's gonna get her comeuppance one day, and she's gonna wonder why she got her comeuppance, and it's gonna be like, well, I mean, you were in 4K saying dumb shit, so what did you expect? I don't know. Just try
The
to know.
thing
This
is-
is like a blueprint of how to not be a good person, right? How to
Yeah.
be a decent human being. Do the opposite of what she's doing.
But she also needs to be careful now that this is plastered all over the internet, because, for example, if some of these guys didn't know that she did that, if one of them couldn't trace down that it was her who stole his wife's stuff, if one wasn't aware that she was one who called child services, they now know that it's her, and that's it. They can do anything now. She's playing with her own life here, whether it's prison, harm, anything. She is playing with her life, all because she wanted to admit this on camera.
Yeah, don't scream bloody murder or some bullshit when shit happens to you. You were brazen enough to go on a podcast and admit to 3 different crimes and laugh about it. And yeah, no, I'm being realistic. This girl's probably gonna get a man, because the kinds of low IQ women like this go for generally low IQ men. Maybe some man that was born into wealth, maybe some young dumb athlete, maybe, I don't know, she'll find somebody, or maybe some old dude that just wants to like get his rocks off before he kicks the bucket. But whoever dates this girl, like I said, if something happens to you, you deserve it. You deserve everything that comes your way, and whatever happens to her, she deserves it. I feel no sympathy for her whatsoever.
No,
She is
I
a
don't.
nasty, nasty piece of work.
Yeah, she's defo had a rough upbringing, because you would not behave like that if you were raised properly.
Oh, that's 100% a fatherless
Yeah.
home. That is 100% a fatherless home. Mother was probably cracked out on the couch. No sibling role models there to guide her in the right path. Probably hung around with the wrong kinds of people. Didn't finish school, and then figured, oh, I've got big old titties. Let me dye my hair red and get them out, and I'll attract some dumbass, which she has done several times apparently. And then she's just going to continuously do that until she's too old and nobody wants her, and then she'll realize the mistakes that she made when it's too late, and all she'll have is some old dude called fucking Derek down the road or something that's like wrinkly and shit, and she'll have to settle, and even then he probably won't want her once he sees this shit because it's on the internet forever. You basically fucked up is what I'm trying to say, and I hope shit comes back to bite you for that.